The New York Yankees just made a very bold decision, and a massive player leap is incoming off of this choice that the Yankees made, and we're going to see if this is the correct move for the New York Yankees, with fans being pretty split on this, and we're going to break it all down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into things as always. And guys, if you are part of that 72% that's not subscribed to Yankees Digest, this is the place to be for all content. We're closing in on that 6K mark, guys. Please subscribe. It helps us out a ton. If you're part of that 28% that's been subscribed, thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to me. But let's jump into the video, guys. Aaron Boone and the New York Yankees had a tough decision to make in regards to who their leadoff hitter is going to be, and just the way the rest of the lineup is going to shape out. And, well, we knew that Aaron Judge was going back to batting second, even though he kind of would prefer to bat third, but given he had 62 home runs batting second, so, you know, he could do what he wants. Or we could put him wherever. It doesn't really matter. Aaron Judge is going to be Aaron Judge, which kind of signified that there would likely be a left-handed leadoff hitter. And very quickly, there was one name emerging more than any other, and big Austin Wells, the New York Yankees catcher. Austin Wells has been having a phenomenal preseason, and it has been rewarded as he has been named the Yankees leadoff hitter. This is absolutely a huge update for the New York Yankees, as now we know how the lineup will shape out more. And on top of that, Austin Wells will be the first catcher in Yankee history to lead off a game as long as he does. Now, Austin Wells talked about this and said, maybe it's a little less time to get on deck, but to me, it doesn't matter where I'm at as long as I'm in the lineup. And it was brought up by Brian Hoke that if Wells sees a game at leadoff hitter during the regular season, it would represent a franchise milestone of sorts, as the Yankees have played more than 18,000 games and no catcher has ever started a game batting at the top of the lineup. So absolutely a huge moment for Austin Wells, really showcasing how great he's been. And Hoke also mentioned that Wells has been solid at stealing bases, as he's stolen a combined 40 bases in 43 attempts across the majors and minors, but his wheels are not why the Yankees are considering this. It comes down to their personnel. And, well, at the same time, Austin Wells looks like the best guy for the job as of right now. Now, last year, Austin Wells had a batting average of .229 with 81 hits, 13 home runs, and 55 RBIs. Now, not great for a leadoff hitter, the OPS of .718. However, things all changed. Remember, Austin Wells was a rookie, came in third for Rookie of the Year voting, which was the correct spot to put him at. He was not as good as Colton Cowser, and Luis Hill deserved the Rookie of the Year award. But Austin Wells, he was only 1 year in, man, and now we're looking at the way he's playing in preseason, and an OPS of 1.263 and 43 at-bats. The man has 16 hits, which is a batting average of .372, 6 home runs, 12 RBIs. The man has been awesome this preseason for the New York Yankees in the spring training, and because of the way he's played, Aaron Boone is going to start off this season with Austin Wells at the top of the order. I like this choice. Wells is a good player. He's a very talented hitter who looks like he's going to grow a lot in his career. He's good at getting on base. He's a smart player. And the whole reason why the Yankees drafted him in the first round in 2020 is because of that bat. There was a fear that Austin Wells wouldn't be good enough at being a catcher to stay being a catcher because of the defensive issues that have just been non-existent, as the man has been an awesome defensive catcher as well. Wells is proving to be a good first-round selection by the New York Yankees, and now being their leadoff hitter, he's got a chance to really prove even more about himself. Now, this was about personnel, as mentioned, and Aaron Boone said that, I think he's going to be a guy in his career that is going to get on base. That's my number one criteria for the leadoff spot. I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm going to land on him in the leadoff spot either. It's just something that I'm looking at. He's going to be a really good offensive player right now, and I think the part of his offensive profile is going to be the ability to get on base. Now, obviously, Boone later decided that Wells was the guy to go with, which does have a few fans kind of not up in arms and angry, but disagreeing on if this is the right move, as Jazz Chisholm is also a guy who could have done it, as he did lead off in the past in Miami. And it was mentioned by Hoke that Wells is coming off a season with his .322 on base percentage, ranking 5th among American League rookies, though infielder Jazz Chisholm would figure to be a more traditional leadoff choice, as he's a much better athlete, and Chisholm has been more productive in other spots. In 192 games batting first for the Marlins, Chisholm posted a .244, .304, .428 slash line. In case you're wondering, .244 is batting average, .304 is on base percentage. and 428 is slugging. I understand some people know that, but some people don't. It's something that I know a lot of fans don't want to ask. It seemed like a casual fan or something like that, and I want to make sure everyone knows what I'm talking about when I'm making these videos so they can enjoy it as much as possible. And it's also mentioned that Jazz is eager for more chances, and Boone may want Chisholm elsewhere. He believes Chisholm's blend of athleticism and power could be more valuable in the heart of the lineup, most likely batting specifically at 4th or 5th, depending on what's going to go down. I mean, Cody Bellinger is going to be 3, so it's likely we'll see a right-handed batter at 4th, which right now with Giancarlo Stanton being out will likely be Paul Goldschmidt, and it's mentioned that this is because of Giancarlo Stanton's extended absence. Now, it's unclear when Giancarlo Stanton is going to return to the New York Yankees, but we could figure out that if he's not going to get surgery on those elbows, which would end his season, he's probably going to be back somewhere around a month in. So we could see Giancarlo Stanton anywhere from late April to early May is my guess on when we'll see the Yankee slugger return, and he'll probably slide into that 4 slot. You'll have Jazz at 5, and then Goldie at 6 is my guess once Giancarlo Stanton comes back. But as of right now, what we're going to see is Goldie at the 4, and then Jazz Chisholm at the 5 hole, and then from there we'll likely see either Dominguez or probably Anthony Volpe, then Dominguez, and then they'll shape out the rest of the lineup from there. I expect Oswaldo Cabrera to be batting 9th. So where we're at right now, just a quick recap, is I would imagine the Yankees batting order, now knowing that Wells is for sure the leadoff, is going to be Austin Wells, Aaron Judge. I'm not going to keep my fingers up because I only have 5, unless I want to use both hands. But Austin Wells, Aaron Judge, Cody Bellinger, Paul Goldschmidt, Jazz Chisholm, Anthony Volpe. That's your top 6 right there. Probably Jason Dominguez at 7. And then you're looking at, I mean, it's tough after that if you're going to put Oswaldo. You don't want to put Oswaldo and Dominguez next to each other, so Oswaldo's probably going to be 9th. So that leaves Ben Rice at 8th. I believe that would make the most sense, imagining that Ben Rice is going to be the Yankees DH, which would be pretty surprising at this point if he's not the DH. So that's what we're likely looking at right now for the New York Yankees with their batting order. Would be, just to very quickly go through it, Austin Wells, Aaron Judge, Cody Bellinger, Paul Goldschmidt, Jazz Chisholm, Anthony Volpe, Anthony Volpe, Jason Dominguez, Ben Rice, Oswaldo Cabrera. That's what it looks like. Not ideal, but not bad at all. It's still not a bad batting order whatsoever. It's still very solid. There's still a lot of good hitting in there, a lot better base running than there has been over the last couple of years. So there's a lot to like about this, and this is not set in stone. I mean, if Wells struggles, then we will look at Jazz Chisholm likely take over in that spot. I mean, looking at Chisholm with the Yankees last season, he was great. He had a 273 batting average, 48 hits, 11 home runs, 23 RBIs, 28 runs scored in 46 games played. He had an 825 OPS, 500 slugging percentage, and then 325 on base percent. I mean, he looks like he'd be a good leadoff hitter, but right now he's not really playing up to par in spring training. In 46 at-bats, his OPS is a 778, which isn't bad by any means, but the batting average down to 217. It does make things a little bit more difficult. Obviously, having Chisholm there would be helpful in front of Judge, because if Judge cracks that ball to right field at all and it stays in the park, Chisholm very likely can get home off of that because he's a great athlete. So it does add that as well, but we will see what goes down. The Yankees have routinely a DJ LeMahieu in front of Aaron Judge, and despite the fact that LeMahieu can't run, the world didn't burn because of it. So we'll see what happens. This doesn't mean this is what's set in stone for the season either. I mean, it would be interesting to see what happens with Jazz Chisholm as time goes on, if he's going to stay around that 5 slot or not. At the same time, we very likely could see a few other moves as well for the New York Yankees. As we know, basically where the Yankees are at right now, it's very likely that we will see Jazz Chisholm, if he starts to play well, take over. As Chisholm's even mentioned that he wants to bat in the first inning, and I tried to pull the graphic up, but my OBS has betrayed me. I tried to pull the graphic up, but essentially, Jazz Chisholm said, I would love to bat in the first inning. Who doesn't want more chances at bat? That's what we've grown up loving to do, is hit the ball. So Jazz Chisholm clearly wants to do the leadoff spot, but right now, Austin Wells is playing better, and Wells has deserved it, and he's earned it in spring training more than Jazz Chisholm. I'm a fan of Jazz, and I very likely would expect Jazz at some point to start leading off games, whether it's just because Wells is having a day off or something, being a catcher's rough, and the Yankees can put J.C. Escara or Ben Rice at that catcher spot for Austin Wells and a day off. So we'll see that, and then likely we'll see Jazz just move to lead off for that game, or even Cody Bellinger, which would be interesting to see, and then Jazz at third. So the Yankees have some options. The lineup is definitely more versatile versatile this year, which is going to be interesting to see how they do. And especially once Giancarlo Stanton comes back, it'll also be interesting to see what happens. And guys, we will break all of that down when the times come. Guys, make sure to like and subscribe to Yankees Digest. It really helps me out a ton. I'm on that grind. We do have a fun announcement coming up. It's very, very cool. It's very exciting. You guys should like it. So get ready for it. Guys, have a great day and go Yankees. And it didn't stop recording, guys.